Hello everyone, this is part 11 of What If Naruto Was Betrayed and Goes to Outworld, and I hope you guys enjoy this video and to like, to subscribe, and check out the playlist, to see more comment down below. Now let's start the intro.
They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Okay guys, Naruto said to everyone. Me and my group are going back to Konoha to report to my dad, the Hokage. What are you going to do, Raiden? I will take Johnny Cage and everyone else back to Earthrealm, Raiden said. Are you sure that you can even back to your village, young warrior? Absolutely, Naruto said. My dad has the seal, so I can use that as my marker. If he's in Konoha, which he always is, we'll get there. Very well, Raiden said. He turned to face Johnny Cage, Sonya, Liu Kang, and the other Earthrealmers and said to them, "Come with me everyone, I will take us back." Good, Johnny said. I could really use a double cheeseburger and a cold one right now. And a date with the blonde beauty over there. He pointed at Tsunade and whistled. Hilu darlin', come with me to Earthrealm, what d'ya say? Date with a movie star. Before Tsunade could even respond, Naruto had grabbed him by the throat and said to him, "Hey, jackass." Johnny looked at Naruto, "Hey bud, what's up? First one's free," Naruto said, "but if you say something like that again to any of these beautiful ladies behind me," he gestured at Tsunade, Sakura, Ino, Hinata, Shiva, Melina, Katana, and Jade, "then I will have your hide." Understand? Remembering what Naruto had done during the battle, Johnny nodded. "Yeah man, we're cool. I get it." "Good," Naruto said. "Now go get the double cheeseburger, whatever that is." "What?" Johnny suddenly shouted. "You mean to tell me that you, the blonde badass, who whipped Shinnok's bony ass, has never had a double cheeseburger?" Yeah, I guess," Naruto said to him. "Dude," Johnny said to him, "man, you have no idea on what you're missing out on, man." Johnny. Sonya scolded him. "Can't you see that the man is fucking tired? He just wants to go home. Leave him alone, Cage." "But come on, babe," Johnny whined. "It'll be cool guy time, man." "Guy time?" Naruto asked. "What the hell is guy time?" "Man," Johnny sighed. "Where have you been your whole life? You are missing out on some cool stuff. Have you at least had a beer?" "What's a beer?" Naruto asked. "If you mean alcohol, I've had sake, but that's about it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I wanna go home with my girls. See you later, Johnny." Naruto turned around and walked off little ways, signifying the end of whatever conversation that was. "Johnny Cage," Raiden said to him. "It is time that we all return to Earthrealm. Come." Johnny and the other Earthrealmers gathered around Raiden. In a flash of lightning, they were gone, back in their homeland. "Thank God," Ino said aloud. "I was really about to hit that guy. Too annoying." "I know, right," Sakura said. "I swear he just didn't know when to shut it." "Hey Sakura," Naruto said to her. "You look good in that outfit, you know," he said as he winked at her. Sakura had forgotten about the black V-neck outfit that Quan Chi had her and Sonya in when they had been Quan Chi's revenants. She looked down at herself once more and saw so much of her skin revealed. She had the common decency to blush a little and say sheepishly, "Well, since you're the only one who's seeing me like this," she said to him, "I guess I don't mind." Naruto chuckled a little. He. That gets me thinking." He looked at Sakura, Ino, Hinata, Katana, Melina, Jade, and Shiva. He looked again, getting an eyeful, and says to them, "You know, we all had a long day. I think it's time we go and relax, what do you say, huh girls?" After about an hour or so after their little party, Naruto and the other girls got dressed and were now ready to leave. Tsunade felt like a whole new woman. Finally, after years of semi-searching, she had the man of her dreams. She had never expected the fact that he was right in front of her face this entire time. It was a little hard for her to come to grips with. Once she got past it though, her world changed completely for the better. She no longer had to be alone. She had someone truly at her side now. She knew that Naruto was a completely faithful man in every way, never going back on his word, and having an extremely huge sense of honor. And now, she was on the receiving end of that on a personal level. And right now, even after that huge battle between Earthrealm, Netherrealm, and Outworld, she really couldn't be any happier. After all, not only did she have her man now, He had also taken her to new heights sexually than she had ever been before, and that was a huge plus in her book. Okay, is everyone ready? Naruto asked. Yes, Tsunade answered for everyone. We are ready, Naruto. Tsunade walked up to him and gave him a huge hug and held him close. She whispered in his ear, "Thank you, darling, for everything." Naruto smiled and hugged her back. "You don't have to be so shy about it, you know," he told her. He grabbed her shoulders and gently held her back. Using one of his hands, he gestured towards Katana, Melina, Jade, Shiva, Ino, Sakura, and Hinata. "We are all a family now, unofficially anyway. You know as well as I do that I won't be returning to Konoha for good, and I want people to join me. The only ones that I truly want are all of you here. You are all very close to me, and that makes you family. That makes us all family." He beckoned Melina over to him. She followed his unspoken command and sexily strutted her stuff as she walked to him. Naruto could only shake his head in humor as he thought, "Damn Kurama, she just can't get enough, huh? Haha, what did you expect, Kit? SHES an alpha female. She gets what she wants. That she does, big guy, that she does." "Melina," Naruto began, placing a hand on her shoulder. "We are returning to Konoha for a short period of time to report our mission success and say our goodbyes to everyone there. Afterwards, we are coming back here to Outworld and officially re-crowning you as Khanem. How does that sound?" Melina said to him. Sounds like someone is ready for round 2 if you ask me." He, Naruto chuckled. Rubbing one of her mask-covered cheeks, he told her, "Soon, love, soon." He then turned to everyone else and said, "Okay, so we are going to teleport there, just as I would to any of you. My dad has a seal on him too, so we will go straight to wherever he is, okay you guys?" "Understood," Katana said to him. The others nodded in agreement. Even though they were trying to get back into business mode, they still couldn't get that satisfied look from their faces. It made Kurama proud. "Would you look at that, my container has a pack of women all to himself." Kurama pretended to wipe away a fake tear. "I don't know if I should congratulate him or tear his throat out. You lucky bastard, Naruto." Naruto mentally laughed at his friend's expense. "What's so funny, Naruto?" Tsunade asked him. "Oh, Kurama's just being a jackass again," he told her with a smile. "Kit, get your ass in here and I'll show how much of jackass I can really be." Naruto just shook his head. "Okay you guys, join hands and let's get out of here." All of the women there joined hands. "Excuse me, but I think you've forgotten about someone," a deep voice said. Naruto turned around and saw Shao Khan staring at him with pure hate. "What's wrong, Khan?" Naruto asked him. "What's wrong?" Shao Khan yelled. "Have you seriously forgotten that you just had sex with my daughter?" "Oh shit," Naruto thought to himself. "I forgot that he was even here. We seriously did all of that freaky stuff and he just watched this whole time." Naruto stammered. "Prepare to die, mortal," Shao Kahn said to Naruto. "Father!" Melina yelled out. She stepped in between her father and Naruto and pointed at Shao Kahn and told him, "Naruto is going to be at my side when I rule Outworld. You can either accept that or get out of the way, but either way, you will not harm him. We are to marry soon, father. You rule Outworld. Ha! Like you ever could," Shao Kahn said to her. "You had your chance, and you were overthrown. A true ruler wouldn't be outdone by some Ostek fool, Melina. It is time I take my place back on the throne." "Listen, old man," Naruto said to Shao Kahn, "I don't know what your problem is, but you need to settle down. Your daughter worked with the best of what she had at the time. And now," Naruto gestured to himself and the rest of the group, "she has a whole lot more. So unless you want to help, get out of the way and shut up." "You dare talk to me like that, boy?" Shao Kahn said to Naruto. "Have you forgotten who I am? Have you forgotten that I whipped your ass with no problem?" Naruto countered. He withdrew his katana from his back and thrust it in Shao Kahn's face. "I am sick and tired of people trying to double-cross others that have helped them. To hell with sending you to the Netherrealm. If you continue this bullshit, I will trap your soul into this sword. Last chance, Khan. I've already taken Motaro and Kotal Khan, are you next?" Shao Kahn didn't say anything to the boy, only glaring at him with pure hate. "What the hell happened to you, Khan?" Naruto said. "First you were all happy that you were reunited with your daughter and crap, and now you just want your throne back. Fine, you want it. You have to fight me for it. After all, I am going to rule by Melina's side. Very well, boy, Shao Khan said. Fight me now. No. Naruto performed a very powerful roundhouse kick that connected with Shao Kahn's jaw, sending flying back. He hit the ground and skidded a few feet before he stopped. Shao Kahn swore he felt his jaw break on impact. We will fight, don't worry. But first, we have to go somewhere else and take care of some business. Naruto walked over to his girls, who had already joined hands, and grabbed Melina and Tsunde's hands who were waiting for him. They all held hands, now forming a small circle. Naruto closed his eyes and focused in on his father's seal that he had given him a few days prior. Feeling the pull of that seal, Naruto looked back at Shao Kahn as he was getting up and said, "See ya later, jackass." Horation. In a flash of yellow, they were gone. Damn kid, Shao Kahn said to himself. I'll have my throne back, if it's the last thing I do. Minato was at his office in the Hokage Tower, filling out more paperwork, the bane of all existence, when a bright yellow flash disturbed him from his work. Hey Dad, Naruto said loudly. Mission accomplished. Whoa, Minato said aloud. That was quick. I wasn't expecting you all back before at least a month or so. It's only been about a week. Congratulations. So what's the update in Outworld then? Well, right now it's a total mess, Naruto stated. What happened was. After retelling of events. And well, here we are Dad. That's about it. Naruto finished. Well, Minato said. That's quite a story. And you all can confirm this. Minato asked all the women in attendance, to which they all nodded. Well, then, Minato began. He stood up and stuck out his hand towards Melina and said to her, I understand this is a little early, but from my understanding, we probably won't get a formal chance to do this anytime soon, so I'll just get it done now. Melina, seeing Naruto's father's hand extended out towards her, grabbed it and shook his hand as Minato told her, I, Minato Namikaze, 4th Hokage of Konoha no Sato, hereby acknowledge you as Khanim of Outworld, and offer you our proposal of an alliance. Melina smiled as she shook his hand and said, I, Melina, Khanim of Outworld, accept your proposal. From here on out, Outworld and Konoha are allies. Thank you, Yondaime-sama. That's what your people call you, correct? Minato chuckled a little and said, yes, more or less. You, though, and everyone else here, please, just call me Minato, or, if my hunch is correct, he looked around the room at all the girls and smiled, you can call me, Dad. Pretty soon. Dad, really? Naruto said aloud. Hush, headmate, Shiva told him. Some of us are actually strong enough to handle a little bit of petty embarrassment. Shiva, Naruto said in defeat. The Shokan Queen laughed at his expense. Well, son, Minato looked at Naruto, am I wrong? Whatever Dad, Naruto said, blushing. Hey son, Minato began, feel grateful that I'm the one teasing you about it and not your mother. She could go on and on and on and on. I prefer to just get it over with. What was that honey? Minato froze, looking past everyone to confirm what, or rather who, he had just heard. He prayed it wasn't, but luck was never really on his side because sure enough, there stood Kushina Uzumaki in the doorway, clearly ticked off. What made it worse though, was that sickly sweet voice that she would use to lace her threats with. Why did she have to do that? Nothing sweetie, Minato said, scratching the back of his head. Just talking about Naruto's mission accomplishments, that's all honey. Walking forward slightly, she somehow revealed a frying pan. Where did she get that? She slowly raised it over her head, eyes gleaming eerily white in the darkness behind her and, in that same sickly sweet voice, said, Minato dear, what did you say? Whack. Minato was on the floor, nursing the bump on his head, courtesy of Kushina and her frying pan. Ow. Minato said. Why do you have such a fiery temper woman? Whack. Because I'm an Uzumaki. Now hold still so I can hit you again. Hey, stop it. Whack. Are you going to talk about me like that again, sweetie? Whack. Ow. Whack. Well, are you honey? Whack. Damn it woman, stop it. What did you say? Whack. Okay, sorry. That's better. Kushina said joyfully. Now, what was Minato saying to you just now? Kushina asked them all. What? Minato said. You mean to tell me that you just hit me that many times for no reason? Whack. Ow. Oh. I knew you were saying something, I just didn't know what, that's all, Kushina explained. However, Kushina sniffed the air, smelling something suspicious. What is that smell? Kushina said. She walked around, sniffing the air. Thank goodness I still have Kurama's sense of smell, Kushina said. At least I get something from being his jailer for so long. She smelled the familiar scent closer to the girls. Walking to them, she smelled the area around them, and, finding the scent closer to Melina, she stopped and smelled Melina's neck and told her, no way. What is it? Melina asked a little impatiently. Kushina smelled her again and again, each time looking more and more excited. Finally, after about the 5th time, Kushina yelled out, kawaii. What is it already? Melina said out loud. Oh my dear, you're pregnant. Kushina exclaimed. You're pregnant with my baby's baby. I'm gonna be a grandmother. Kawaii. Kushina hugged Melina excitedly and then held her out, seeing the stunned face of Melina. Are you certain? Melina asked incredulously. Oh, absolutely, Kushina said excitedly. Mother's intuition. Trust me, I know. Congratulations. Mom, are you serious right now? Naruto asked quietly. Kushina turned around and faced her son. She hugged him and told him, I'm so proud of you my son, she said to him. I've always been proud of you. Thank you for giving me a grandchild. I love you so much. Naruto hugged her back and began to cry in her shoulder quietly. Feeling the wetness on her clothes, she held him back and asked him, what's wrong Naruto? Naruto wiped away his tears quickly, a little embarrassed that he had been caught. He stammered, I've just always wanted a family mom. If not you guys, then one of my own. It looks like I'm getting both, and it's a little overwhelming mom. I'm so happy, and so overwhelmed. Melina walked up to her love and hugged him close and said to him, thank you Naruto. You've granted me the opportunity to do something I've always wanted, but wasn't sure that I could physically do. What's that? Naruto asked, a little confused. Melina said, I wasn't born, I was created, remember? I've always wondered if it would be possible for me to carry a child. I think it's, somewhere deep, every woman's desire. Like an instinct. The fact that I can, thanks to you, only strengthens my bond with you. I love you Naruto. Naruto hugged her back and said to her, I love you too Melina, I love you too. Ooh. That is just Suuute. Ino yelled out. Hinata was a little jealous that she couldn't be the first one, but hey, she just didn't get the luck of the draw. All of the other girls smiled at Melina's fortune and blessing. Melina let go of Naruto and told him, now my darling, let's go back to Outworld and start a new life there. Absolutely. Naruto said to her. But first, we need to relax here and regroup. We did just get done with a huge battle after all. Okay Naruto, Melina agreed. But we leave tomorrow. Agreed, Naruto said. That okay with the rest of you beautiful ladies? All the women present nodded. Naruto went to Tsunade and said to her, hey, Tsunade, I know you were born here and have been here for the majority of your life, but I would like for you to join us in making a new life in Outworld. We are going to change it for the better, and I want you to be a part of it. I won't force you, but I really want you to join us. Of course I'll join you, Tsunade said with a smile. After what happened not too long ago, you honestly think I'm just gonna leave? I don't think so, ha ha ha. AHA. Kushina yelled out, pointing at Tsunade. I knew it. I knew you had the hots for my son, ha ha. Pay up honey. Kushina held her hand out in front of her husband, who reluctantly placed 50 ryos in her hand. Ah, Tsunade said in surprise. How did you know? Kushina simply pointed at her nose and said, I could easily smell your physical reactions whenever Naruto walked by you. And when you practically made out with him right before they all left for Outworld only confirmed it. I made a bet with my hubby here, who just couldn't believe it. But now he has proof. Ha 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 ha. Oh, and by the way, I can smell Naruto's leftovers in all of you ladies. He. Sounds erotic and fun, but first, Tsunade, I know you've always been sensitive about your age, so I made a little concoction that will put you physically back in your mid-20s, basically in your prime. How does that sound? Are you kidding me? Tsunade yelled. I've always been concerned with this damn aging bullshit, that was my main hindrance in getting to Naruto. But you're saying that this potion you made will make me actually young again. Yep, Kushina said proudly. I always like to help those closest to me, and I know you would just love to have it, and you can, on one condition. What is it? Tsunade asked. You have to take over as Hokage for the rest of the day so Minato and I can spend the rest of the day together, if you catch my drift. Tsunade chuckled a little and said to her, if you give me the potion first, you got yourself a deal. Okay, Kushina said as she reached into her outfit and pulled out a small vial of a purplish-pink potion. She gave it to Tsunade and said, I've been waiting to give this to you for a while now. Now was just a perfect time to get something I really wanted for a while now. Kushina grabbed Minato's arm and yanked him out of his seat and out of the office in a hurry. Ha 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 ha. Naruto could only shake his head at his mother's antics. That's mom there for you, he said to no one in particular. He turned to every one of his girls and said, I love you all so much. You all have done so much for me, I can't repay you. However, I can give you a gift. Follow me girls. A little confused, Katana, Melina, Jade, Shiva, Tsunade, Ino, Sakura, and Hinata followed him outside of the Hokage's office. 10 minutes later, at the Hot Springs Inn in Konoha. Hi there, Naruto said at the front counter at the Hot Springs Inn. I would like to get the special treatment relaxation special for 7 please. Sure thing, the receptionist at the counter told Naruto with a bit of a rougher tone than necessary. That will be 1,000 ryo per person. Naruto just looked at her with an incredulous look and told her, okay, I've had it. Naruto reached across the counter and, grabbing the receptionist by her collar, pulled her over the counter to where she was literally face to face with him and he said to her very quietly, listen to me, and listen close, you hear me? The receptionist nodded slowly. I will only say this once, so pay the fuck attention. I was a few hours old when the 9-tailed fox was sealed into me, damn it. I am not the damn fox. Understand? I was a fucking baby. Do you hate babies? Do you hate people for something that's not their fault? The receptionist shook her head slowly, scared and shocked but slowly taking in what Naruto just said. Good. Besides, even if you didn't, this is my last day in this damn village, so at least give me the correct price of 500 ryo per person, just like everyone else. My mates and I just got done fighting a huge battle, and they need to relax. That's all I'm asking for. Now, give me the correct price, before I burn this entire place to the ground right now. To emphasize his point, he began doing hand seals slowly, ones that were clearly for a fire jutsu. The receptionist quickly deleted the current charge and made a new one with the correct pricings on it and said, okay. That's 500 ryo per person, so 3,500 ryo please. She said with a high-pitched voice. Naruto's attitude changed immediately, as if the entire confrontation never even happened. He handed her the money and said to her, thank you very much, have a good day now. Naruto and the other girls left with him, heading towards the hot springs in the back. I'm so getting fired, the woman said. 10 minutes later. Naruto went to all the shops that he could think of that would be good for the event that he was planning. He had all of his precious girls relax in the most popular and relaxing hot springs Konoha had to offer, at the Hot Springs Inn. He did that, yes, to actually give them what they needed, but also to distract them while he was in the process of completing his own personal mission for each one of his girls. Arriving at his destination, he set the area up to what he thought would be best. He then placed one of his own personalized Hiraishin markers in the center of the area. Smiling to himself for a job well done, he set off to pick up his girls. 2 hours later, after the girls' massage, Naruto picked up his girls and asked them, so, do you all feel better? Absolutely. Ino said aloud. I didn't know how much I really needed that, Naruto, thank you. After they had all thanked Naruto for his gift, he told them, don't even worry about it. Besides, I've got one last thing for you ladies. Join hands. They all did as he said and he announced loudly, Hiraishin. And in another flash of bright yellow, they were gone. Top of Hokage Mountain. They all appeared in a large area that was decorated with flowers and roses and candles, a large table set with luxurious foods across the table. But what actually drew the girls' attention was that there was suddenly a Naruto clone in front of each one of them, wearing a black suit with a red undershirt and a black tie, complete with shiny black dress shoes with his hair still being untidy as it was. He never could tame his hair, after all. Each Naruto was kneeling down in front of Katana, Melina, Jade, Shiva, Tsunade, Ino, Sakura, and Hinata, and the clones and real Naruto said at once, "I love you so much. You are absolutely everything that I've ever wanted. Now that I have you, you are something that I need. I eat, breathe, and sleep with you on my mind all the time. I love you so much. Will you marry me?" Each Naruto opened the little cases that held 8 similar rings, each one being a diamond with a colored jewel in the center, corresponding to each one of them. Jade received green, Katana blue, Melina pink, Shiva red, Tsunade yellow, Ino purple, Sakura white, and Hinata indigo. Each girl instantly said yes. The clones popped out of existence, and they all hugged and kissed their man. Naruto was little embarrassed, but hell, he'll take this over that battle any day of the week. About an hour later, after they had the dinner, Ino put her stuff down and stood up and said to him directly, "Naruto, I want your baby too. I'm sorry, but I just can't take it anymore. I'm happy for you, Melina, I really am. But I want that opportunity too. I need it, Naruto." "I purposefully allowed Melina to get pregnant," Kurama told Naruto mentally. "I wanted her to be the first one to carry. I will allow the others to become pregnant as well, if you wish." "Well yeah, why the hell not? So be it, besides, it'll be a good show for me either way, haha." Barker Fox. Naruto looked up at her and the other girls and said to them, "Kurama just told me that he purposefully let Melina get pregnant first, but now you all can too if you want." Barker Fox. "Really?" Sakura said aloud. "Well then, what are we waiting for?" "Indeed," Shiva said with a sly smile. "I am also eager to become a mother. Edenia is in need of a new princess," Katana said with a smirk. "And, it would be fun making the baby, too." "You said it, girl," Ino encouraged. "And I actually want Naruto-kun's child," Hinata said aloud. "Please Naruto, give me a child too." "Hey brat," Tsunade said. She pulled out her vial that she got from Kushina earlier on in the day, took a good long look at it and smiled, then popped the cork and downed it in one gulp. Immediately, she felt the effects. She didn't look any different, but she definitely felt the internal effects. She felt her muscles get tighter and stronger, her entire body felt young again. "I'm gonna need my young body to carry a child," Tsunade told him. She smiled brightly and said to him, "It's always something I've wanted. Now come here and get it started, hero." At once, all the girls practically launched themselves at Naruto, and began the process of a full night's session of passionate love-making. So, Minato told his son, "You all are ready to head on out. How about I send a team or two to help you guys out in Outworld, as a sign of good faith in our alliance?" Naruto turned to Melina and said to her, "Well, Melina Khanum." Melina smirked at him and said, "I love it when you call me that. I approve. We could use all the help that we can get, darling." Naruto turned to his father and said, "Well, there you have it, we'll take whoever you deem to come with us." "Very well," Minato said, and then he smiled. "How about I have some people from the old Rookie 9 go with you?" "Cool with me, I guess," Naruto said. Then his face turned dark. "Just as long as it's not Sasuke. I've had enough of him." Then there was a knock on the door and Minato said, "Come in." The door opened to reveal the very one who Naruto didn't want to see. "Sasuke Uchiha. You summoned for me Hokage-sama," Sasuke said in his usual "I'm better than you" attitude. Even though he had returned and had allied with the village once again, that didn't mean that he lost his superior attitude towards everyone and everything. Minato said to him, "Yes, Sasuke. Naruto and his team are here to return to Outworld and rebuild their home and kingdom. I would like you to go with them and provide extra security and aid them in whichever way they may need." Sasuke bowed, though reluctantly, and said, "Hi, Hokage-sama." Sasuke hated the man. However, he also knew that he couldn't beat the man. Minato Namikaze wasn't the Hokage for nothing after all, this man had literally defeated an entire army by himself. Sasuke winning a war didn't mean anything compared to him. He helped win a war, Minato practically ended one by himself, in one move. "Why?" Naruto asked with barely contained hatred. "Why what, Dobe?" Sasuke asked Naruto. Then he smirked and jibed at Naruto and said to him, "What's wrong? You think I might take your girls from you? I mean, I am an Uchiha, all of the best belongs to me, and me alone." "Sasuke," Naruto said through grit teeth, eyes shut. I am warning you one time, keep your filthy mouth shut. Or what? Sasuke said, turning to face him. You were always beneath me, Naruto. In the academy, you were behind me. On Team 7, you were behind me. On our trainings with our Sannin teachers, you were behind me. Even in the war, you were still behind me. You gather whatever strength you may have directly from the 9 tails inside of you. That power that you have isn't yours, it's his. My power, however, is mine. You couldn't hope to stand against me on your best day and I was on my worst. You were always a talentless, hopeless dobe, while I on the other hand was the savior of this village. You can, and never will, hold a candle to me, Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto had had enough. Looking up with a blank expression, faster than the eye could see, he withdrew his katana and cut upwards diagonally, to where his right arm was in a high arc behind him. Blood from the tip of his sword flew onto the ceiling. Naruto looked ahead at his one-time who was clutching at his left eye, glaring at Naruto with absolute hatred for taking his most powerful weapon. His Rinnegan. You. Sasuke said to him. You took my eye. I will kill you. Sasuke withdrew his own sword and swung at Naruto, aiming at his throat. Using his armored gauntlet, he blocked the blade with a loud clang. Twisting his arm, Naruto knocked it away and kicked Sasuke on the side of his head. Sasuke normally wouldn't have been taken by surprise so easily, but the pain of his eye, along with his wounded pride, he was caught off guard. That half a second was all that Naruto needed. Naruto sheathed his sword and grabbed Sasuke's shoulder and spun him around none too gently. Naruto grabbed the sides of his head and squeezed and shut his eyes, and opened them and said to Sasuke the one thing he knew he absolutely hated, and would cause him the most pain. Tsukuyomi. Sasuke's remaining eye widened and he began screaming with horrifying pain. His eye was opened and was looking around crazily. Sasuke was trying to get away from Naruto's stare, but Naruto absolutely would not let go. He wanted Sasuke to suffer as much as humanly possible before he took his soul with his sword. Finally, after a few minutes, Naruto shoved Sasuke back very roughly, causing him to hit the wall of the Hokage's office. Sasuke slid down the wall and stared up at Naruto with hatred, pity, and terror. He said to Naruto, How did you survive all of that? Naruto walked up to him and kneeled in front of him saying, simple. Because I had to. It was either that or die. While you had everything the village had to offer, while I on the other hand had less than nothing. You had food and clothing and shelter galore, while I was on the streets. You literally had all the training you could get, while I had to train myself, by myself. You, Sasuke Uchiha, are weak. You always were. You always thought of yourself, which in turn makes you weak. Naruto reached behind himself and pointed at his girls and his father. I fight for them, they make me strong. You fight for yourself, no matter how strong you are by yourself, you will be beaten by the weakest person alive if they fight for someone else. I will fight for them, and they for me. With you, it has always been just for you, every single time. Like I said, you are weak. Naruto then stood up and told his father, I will not accept Sasuke Uchiha coming with us to Outworld. The only way he will survive is if he stays here. If he goes, he dies now. I will not take him to my future home. Minato looked at him and said, What did you do to him, son? I made him experience everything I did, Naruto said simply. He thought he always had it tough, I showed him what I had. Like I said, he's weak. Very well, Minato said, Sasuke Uchiha stays here. Minato snapped his fingers and 2 Anbu appeared. Sasuke Uchiha is under arrest for assaulting a fellow Konoha ninja. Take him to T&I please. Hi Hokage-sama, the 2 Anbu said as they disappeared with Sasuke. What was all that about, Dad? Naruto asked in an irritated voice. Sasuke had the Rinnegan, son, Minato explained. He would have been able to help you in many different ways. Why have you done that to him? I understand his transgressions from before, but what was that all about? Sure, he could have helped us out, Naruto agreed, but trust me, Dad, he would have done more that would actually hurt us than help us, pretty useless from the get-go. As far what was that all about? You have someone sleep around with mom and see if you don't hate the guy. Okay, I see your point, Minato said. Still, the loss of the Rinnegan is a huge loss for the village, Naruto. That cannot go unpunished. Are you serious right now, Dad? Naruto exclaimed. You know of all the bullshit this village has put me through. Are you really going to try and punish me for something stupid like this, something that is not even close to what that bastard even deserves? Naruto Uzumaki, I hereby declare that you are to serve 10 years in prison for destroying the Rinnegan, Minato said to his son. Naruto just looked at him, jaw hung open. Minato, however, still had a smile on his face, as if he had expected this reaction. You have got to be kidding me, Dad, Naruto said quietly. I am, Minato said, and I am not. I must say that I ordered the punishment, which I just did, however. He reached down into a drawer of his desk and pulled out a form that read. Konohagakure no Sato. Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. Genin Leaf Ninja. Toad Sage of Mount Myoboku. Crucial part in victory in the Fourth Great Ninja War. Successful missions. S rank, 24. A rank, 47. B rank, 72. C rank, 97. D rank, 102. Total missions completed, 342. Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze has served a full and complete term of service as a ninja under Konohagakure no Sato. Request of permission to relocate for differences in lifestyle has been granted by the current Hokage, Minato Namikaze. As an additional reward for his outstanding service, as well as the added bonus of successfully retrieving a missing nin, namely Sasuke Uchiha, Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze shall be awarded with the rank of Jonin, 500 million ryo, as well as all monetary values from the remnants of the Uzumaki clan within the walls of Konoha, which, including the award money, total the amount of 977 million ryo. In addition, Konohagakure no Sato hereby recognizes Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze as the Emperor of Outworld, which holds the same position of power as any Kage. In addition, Konohagakure no Sato also recognizes Melina as Khanum of Outworld, alongside Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, as well as the following members: Katana of Edenia, Jade of Edenia, Shiva of the Shokan, Ino Yamanaka, Sakura Haruno, and Hinata Hyuga. All clan heads involved have been notified and have given their express permission, as the laws of Konoha dictate. The previous conditions mentioned are effective immediately. Upon presentation of this honorable dismissal, Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze is no longer a leaf ninja of Konoha. His loyal service and protection to his village is very much appreciated, and shall be forever remembered. May you pass the will of fire on to the next generation. Signed by your Hokage, Minato Namikaze, your father. P.S. You have made me so proud, my son. Thank you for everything. You are by far the strongest person that I know. I can honestly say that I would not have the strength to do all the things you have done, to endure all the things you have endured. You are an inspiration, someone to be admired and revered. Thank you, son, for your service and for your love. Dad. Naruto had finished reading the honorable dismissal form, and he couldn't be happier. He now understood what his father was talking about when he said that he had to renounce the punishment. Now, however, since he was officially no longer under the command of the Hokage, he was let off the hook. His father looked at him and said, "Congratulations, son. You did it. Oh, I need to give you your money." Minato snapped his fingers and an Anbu showed up, carrying a large bag of scrolls. Each of these scrolls holds the maximum amount they can all carry, each one is completely full. Inside of these scrolls, you will find that there are a total of 977 million gold coins inside. Whoa! Naruto yelled out. Dad, that's too much. 1 gold coin is 100 ryo. You're practically giving me over 1 billion ryos right now, Dad. I know, Minato said, I just wanted to throw in a little extra. This is from my own personal account. And before you say anything, I'm stupid rich, son. That move I did in the Third Great War earned more money than I could deal with in 5 lifetimes. Here, take it. In fact, Anbu-san, please retrieve 2 more of these bags for my son. The 3 bags won't even dent my account, and I need something to do with it all. The Anbu nodded and disappeared. In a few seconds, that same Anbu had appeared with the 2 extra bags that had been requested. Thank you very much, Anbu-san, you may return to your post. Hi, Hokage-sama, the Anbu said before he disappeared. Now, that's out of the way, Minato said as he lifted the 3 bags of scrolls absolutely filled to the max with stored gold coins. Phew, this is heavier than it looks. He. Geez, Dad, I don't really know what to say, Naruto said sheepishly. Don't worry about it, Minato said to him. Just make sure that you rule Outworld right, and we'll be good. After all, you are using my money, so to speak, ha ha ha. Oh. And of course, be sure to summon visit your mother and I on a regular basis, okay? We miss you too damn much as it is. No problem, Dad, Naruto said as he raised his hand in a thumbs up. Well, we really need to be, oh yeah. Hey, you said you were gonna send us with a couple of teams or something. Oh, I almost forgot. Minato said. He, sorry about that. Anyways, who would you like to come? You know what, Naruto said thoughtfully, don't even worry about it. I've got tons and tons of shadow clones waiting to do something. I'll cover whatever help we may need. It's settled then, Minato told him. Well son, have a good day, and remember. Come visit us often, you understand. Don't worry Dad, I wanna come visit. Naruto said. But now, we got a retarded idiot for a supposed father to deal with. No one is taking my throne away from me, or my Melina, on my watch. See you later Dad, Horatian. In another flash of bright yellow, the entire group was gone. Minato sat in his chair behind his desk heavily. Why is it I feel like I just sold my son away off for marriage, but I barely even knew him? He thought to himself out loud. Oh well, nothing a little reading won't help. He reached into his secret drawer and pulled out an orange book and began reading, softly giggling at parts here and there. Shao Khan was waiting on his throne when Naruto and his group arrived in a bright yellow flash. He had to temporarily shield his eyes from the brightness, but quickly recovered. Get out of my seat, Khan. First and only warning. Melina has been wanting you back for years now, don't make me have to kill you again. Naruto said in all seriousness. Ha! Shao Khan barked. Still, you do not yet know who you are talking to, boy. Shao Khan. Naruto interrupted. I hereby challenge you to mortal combat. Winner gets to take the throne of Outworld and Melina as his bride, and the loser, well, dies. Do you accept, or yield? Shao Khan slowly stood up and took an extremely loud and slow step down, one after another agonizingly slow step after the other. After taking the brief flight of stairs from his throne to the floor, he walked until he was about 10 feet away from him and said, I accept. Prepare to die. Fight. The girls behind Naruto jumped out of the way as Naruto jumped straight in the air, avoiding the green energy spear that Shao Khan had just launched. Naruto landed and threw a small barrage of shuriken at Khan. Khan raised his arm and blocked them with his armored gauntlet, and they bounced off and fell harmlessly to the floor. He lowered his arm to see a booted foot collide with his face. Shao Khan stumbled back a little bit and wiped the small trickle of blood from his lips and said to him, I am Shao Khan. You will taste no victory. Shut up, Naruto said simply. Enraged at the disrespect from the boy, Shao Khan charged at Naruto with his shoulder charge, covered by his green energy. Naruto rolled to the side and threw an explosive tag at the base of Shao Kahn's feet. Quickly activated the tag using the ram sign. The tag exploded and sent Khan high into the air. Naruto disappeared in a swirl of fire and appeared right in front of Khan in another pillar of fire. Lifting his leg up high, he performed a very powerful axe kick that sent Khan flying straight to the ground with such a brutal force that it cracked the foundation of the marble floor. Naruto landed softly on his feet and adjusted his red trench coat and said to Shao Khan, if you surrender now, I'll spare you, and you can go somewhere else, somewhere other than Outworld. This is your only chance at survival, Khan. Choose wisely. Shao Khan only stood up and summoned his wrath hammer. Charging, Shao Khan yelled out, die you insignificant human. Naruto only shook his head. He unhooked his Buster sword from his lower back and brought it up just in time to block an overhead hammer swing from Khan. Naruto raised his foot and Spartan kicked Khan back a few feet and said, and how were you the emperor again? Enraged even further, Khan just swung his hammer at Naruto, watching the weapon twirl around and around straight at Naruto at an alarming speed. Naruto disappeared once again, this time right above Khan. Using the back of his heel, he kicked Shao Khan very hard in the back of his head. Normally, that would have been a killing blow. Sure, a simple kick to the back of the head may seem like a normal kick anywhere else. The base of the back of the head houses the part of the brain that is the main powerhouse, also known as the Abdullah. If hit hard enough or pierced, the victim would be dead before they hit the ground. Luckily for Khan, he had been wearing his helmet. However, the force of the blow was so strong that, even with the helmet on, he still suffered massive damage and was considerably dizzy and disoriented from that last attack. Man, Naruto said exasperatingly. This is just too damn easy. Come on, man. What happened to Shao Khan is the meanest and most evil of them all. Give me something to work with here. Shao Khan, by this time, had slowly but surely regained his senses. Now, blinded by pure rage at that display of utter humiliation, charged at Naruto, throwing energy spear after another, continually tossing them at Naruto, closing the distance between them. Naruto continued to dodge the energy spears as if he were playing a game. Man, Khan, you really suck. Khan had finally closed the distance and once again summoned his wrath hammer, and swung sideways. Naruto blocked this attack as well, and then planted a tag on Shao Kahn's chest and made a ram sign with one hand and yelled out, Fuin. Instantly, Shao Kahn's entire body froze. He could not move a single muscle in his entire body. Naruto relatched his Buster Sword on his lower back and said to Khan, "It was fun playing with you, but Outworld needs a proper leader. Your time is up, was up a long time ago. Any last words, Khan?" "I will find you, boy," Shao Khan said, realizing the inevitable. "You will die by my hand." "Yeah right," Naruto said. "You lost to Raiden, and I could kick his ass any day of the week. In fact, I kicked yours too. You're just too damn dumb for your own good. Goodbye, Shao Khan." Naruto created 4 shadow clones and each one grabbed a limb. They began pulling with all their might, causing Shao Khan to scream out in agony. Finally, after one last pull, all 4 limbs were ripped from Shao Kahn's torso, blood flying everywhere. The clones lightly tossed the 2 arms and 2 legs in the air, just as the torso with the still screaming Shao Khan was falling to the ground. Faster than the eye could see, Naruto unsheathed his katana from his back and performed at least 20 different swings in 3 seconds. Time seemed to stand still for a moment, and the then 4 limbs and a torso with a screaming head turned into 40 pieces that was once Shao Khan, into a bloody mess on the floor. Naruto stood straight up, flicked the blood off of his blade, spun it around and sheathed the blade back in its scabbard on his back. He turned to see his fiancée, Melina, with a blank expression. "I'm sorry love," he said to her. "But it had to be done." "Yes, it did," Melina agreed. "He was not the same person he was before. He was not my father unfortunately. He was a monster that had to be slain. Let's go my love," he said to her and all the other girls. He looked down and saw that they all had slight bulges in their stomachs. "We have a realm to rule and a family to raise," he said with a small smile. The girls smiled too, glad that they had Naruto as their fiancé. Timeskip, 7 years later. "Neji Uzumaki, you come here right this instant." Hinata Uzumaki commanded in the living room of their large house. "Coming mommy." A young child's voice rang out. Running back into the area was a young 7-year-old boy, Neji Uzumaki. His hair was jet black and reached his shoulders. His pupilless eyes were the trademark sign of a Hyuga, but they had taken the surname of Naruto, now making them the Uzumakis. "Hi, mommy," Neji asked in his sweet voice. Despite trying to be stern, she couldn't help but lightly smirk at her son's innocent attitude. "You know you aren't supposed to prank the villagers, don't you?" "Yes mommy. So why did you put crap on the neighbor's doorstep, causing him to step in it?" "What?" Neji asked out loud. He was shocked, and surprised, at this new dilemma. "I didn't do tit though, mommy," Neji said to his mother, Hinata. "Nichiji," Hinata said warningly. "I really didn't mommy. If it wasn't you, then who was it?" Their question was answered when Tsunade walked in the front door, holding her own son's ear and put him on the couch and yelled at him, "You do not do something like that again. You understand me, Jiraiya Uzumaki?" She pointed a finger right in her son's face. Jiraiya Uzumaki, another 7-year-old boy, nodded furiously, obviously scared of his mother. Yes, I'm sorry mommy," Jiraiya said. "Good," Tsunade said sternly. "Now, as punishment, you will go apologize to your neighbor and clean up that horrible mess you made, immediately young man. Understand?" "Yes mommy." The young boy ran out of the front door, clearly just trying to get away from his mother for the time being. Hinata chuckled lightly and said to Tsunade, "Well, I thought it was Neji." "How did you know it was your son, Tsunade?" Tsunade smiled at Hinata, and at the nickname she was just given. Since their official marriage, all of the girls had just out of the blue started calling each other that, and would even participate in sexual relations every now and then. They were in a relationship with each other just as much as they were with Naruto. I caught him laughing at the neighbor as he witnessed his misfortune, bragging about how that his Best trick yet. Tsunade rubbed her temples and said, I really hope Naruto gets home soon. I need him badly. You need what, Auntie Suna? Neji asked innocently. For you to be a good boy and always listen to your mother, Tsunade said quickly, a little embarrassed about what she had just said. Hinata could only giggle at her plight. Shiva stood on top of a large hill, all four arms crossed as she was overlooking the area. She looked down and saw the markets along the many streets in this particular village. Upon the reconstruction of Outworld, Shiva had been put in charge of its security. First she had established a large, 30-foot high and 10-foot thick wall around the immediate area, containing the main castle that was once Shao Khan's, but it had been altered slightly to look more peaceful, but not so much as to where you could just walk on in. I think it's MK Armageddon or MK Deception, but that level where you come upon Shao Khan's fortress, imagine that, just not as dark and brutal. On the outside of that wall, was where all of the trading areas were. Markets, stores, armories, and the like. As of now, the area was bustling with people from all backgrounds, allowing trade and money to flow into Outworld like it never had before. Also, because of this new development, the castle itself had grown, the markets had grown larger, more homes were built, more training areas were established, and their armies were increased and paid. It was also how the walls were built. On the outer levels of the markets, there was another wall that was easily 200 feet high and 75 feet thick. Naruto wanted this place to be as secure as possible, so he had used his earth affinity to create a huge stone wall to surround the citizens of Outworld, or at least in his large village. People were allowed to come and go as they pleased, but everyone knew that this place, Konoha of Outworld, was not to be messed with. Naruto had put Shiva in charge of its security. He had given her any and all resources needed, all at her request. She wanted to overlook this place. She had allowed Goro, the previous Shogun prince, to adjust the rules and whatnot in the Shogun tribe to his liking, ruining many lives of all the other Shogun. She would not allow that to happen again, so she wanted to be in charge of keeping everyone safe. Besides, it's not like she could do something as feeble as run a market stand. No, not for Shiva, the queen of the Shogun tribe and wife to Naruto Uzumaki. She needed something challenging. Head of security did just the thing for her. She heard a rustling in the bushes behind her and couldn't help but smile to herself. Naruto had given her the greatest gift that anyone could give her. Her son, Rai. The 7-year-old Shogun boy came out. He didn't have the 4 arms like a standard Shogun would, due to his father's genes being the dominant ones. However, he did have the same skin color, a darker tan, with a few spots here and there. His black hair was pulled back in a small ponytail. He wore a black tunic for a boy his size, brown pants and brown sandals. He may have not looked like his father much, aside from the 2 whisker marks on either one of his cheeks, but he definitely had his mother's strength and temper. He looked up at his mother with his brown eyes with black slits and said, "Mama." Shiva turned around and knelt on the ground, holding her arms wide open for her son. Rai ran and jumped into his mother's arms as she lifted him up. She lightly squeezed his cheeks as she lovingly said to him, "What is the matter, my son?" "I'm training," Rai said excitedly. "I'm trying to sneak on you." "Ha ha ha ha, you did well," Shiva said to him, for a runt. "You need more practice. However, you did do better last time, Rai. If I had not heard the bushes just now, you would have succeeded. Your father has been teaching you well." "Thanks, Mom," Rai said before he jumped out of her arms and yelled out, "I'm going to try sneaking on Auntie Kita." "Bye, Mama." Shiva could only chuckle lightly as her son faded away into the bushes once again. Feeling at peace once again, she turned back to face the village and the castle. She was proud to be the wife of Naruto. She was queen, wife, head of security, and mother. The perfect life for a shogun. Katana and Jade laid down in their cots next to the lake that Naruto had created for the community with his water style that he had used. They were in very skimpy blue and green bikinis, soaking up the sun. They had just got back from a mission guarding small detail on an escort mission, and were relaxing with their time off. Even though they were fellow queens of Outworld, that still didn't mean that they never went out on missions on occasion. Even Naruto went out sometimes. He believed that if you just stayed inside dealing with all of the political bullcrap, one would get rusty and would be easily killed on the outside. Therefore, even they would go out to polish their skills every now and then. They had just returned from their most recent one, and were relaxing with the given time off. They suddenly were splashed by two kids, one girl and one boy. The boy was Katana's son, wearing blue swim trunks, playing in the water. He was laughing along with his sister, Jayla. Jayla wore a green one-piece bathing suit. Her long black hair was tied in a long braid, much like her mother's, and reached down to the middle of her back. Her skin color matched Jade's exactly. Basically a carbon copy of Jade. However, she completely had Naruto's personality, especially his pranking attitude. They were both laughing and pointing at their mother's misfortune as they sat up, glaring at their kids, soaking wet. "Oh, so you think this is funny, do you?" Katana asked the two children. "Yeah." The kids over-exuberantly yelled out in response, splashing their respective parents some more. "Well then," Katana said to them, summoning one of her fans and opened it. "Perhaps you'll like this. Wind style, gale palm." Katana swung her fan out in a wide horizontal arc and created a large wave that her and her friend's child body surfed on. The two kids cheered on. Katana couldn't help but smile at the kids' innocent and playful attitudes. She and Jade were both glad that they and Naruto could provide a healthy environment for them all. "Jade," Katana asked. "What is it, Katana?" Jade responded. "I want more kids." "Yeah," Jade said to her friend. "Me too. We should get started soon, huh? After all, I'm overdue for a good, pipe cleaning, ha ha ha." "You and me both, Jade," Katana laughed with her friend. "We all know though that Naruto tries his best. I mean, it's not like we can just go at it with these little ones around. But, we need to do something soon. You know, Naruto told me a few days back that he was planning something romantic for us all soon," Jade said. "I wonder what it is." "Yeah, he told me as well," Katana said. "I guess we'll just have to wait and see, won't we?" "Yeah, guess so," Jade said. They both smiled as they watched their kids play in the water. Ino Yamanaka sat in an open courtyard with cherry blossom trees surrounding them. The red leaves were gently flowing through the wind, flowing right past her and her son, Inoki. They were both sitting in the meditative position, with their hands held up in a ram sign. She was teaching her son about their clan's jutsu of the mind the same way her father had taught her. So far, Inoki was remarkably fast at learning. He already had the mind transfer jutsu down and could do it in his sleep. Ino opened her eyes and looked at her son. He still had his eyes closed. His long blonde hair flowed freely, a little past his shoulders. He had Naruto's features, with two whisker marks on either side of cheeks. He wore a light blue kimono and black hakama underneath. On his feet he wore two brown sandals. On the back of his kimono were the clan symbols of the Yamanaka and Uzumaki clans. Inoki opened his eyes and told his mother, "I believe I have the mind focus complete now, mother," Inoki said. "I can see that, son," Ino said, smiling. "You really a smart young man. You are catching on quicker than I ever did with my father." "I just have a very good teacher, mommy," Inoki said, smiling brightly at his mother's praise. "Go inside and get ready for dinner shortly, silly," Ino said to her son, shaking her head slightly. Then she felt her son lightly tackle her to the ground and give her a huge hug before he ran inside laughing loudly. "Inoki Uzumaki," Ino yelled out laughing. "You get back here. Gotta catch me first, mommy." Inoki yelled out. Ino laughed as she got up and went to go get her son and give him a huge tickle fit for catching her off guard. That will be it for this video. If you want more, comment down below, like, subscribe. And see you guys later.